here to the BC legislature. My name is Spencer Chandra Herbert. I'll be your MC today, Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I want to thank the Lekwungen peoples for having us on their territories, the Songhees and Esquimalt, and thank their chiefs and councils for the work they do for their communities, for all of us in this region. I want to thank many members of the Comox Nation for traveling down to be with us here today, from the Kitsum-Kalem and Kitselis nations as well, and all of those watching virtually. Today is an incredibly exciting day. It's a historic event to witness the first introduction of treaty legislation in BC in over 10 years. And it's an incredibly proud day for our government because of our belief in that reconciliation action of treaty. I want to acknowledge and welcome an elder, Fernanda Pear from Comox First Nation. I believe she's here. Of course, our Premier, David Eby, elected Chief Councillor of the Comox First Nation, Nicole Rempel, many other councillors and negotiators and others who've worked so hard to see these dreams come across finally after over 30 years of work. It's historic when we find that path of togetherness, and it's not always easy. If it was easy, it would be done by now. But indeed, relationships take time, and they take effort, and they take building of trust and togetherness. I'm so excited to be here with you all as we consummate, so-called, that relationship, as we unite together, shoulder to shoulder, walking on that path that we've all dreamed of, I believe, for many of us for a long, long time. So to speak more on this significant milestone, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our Premier David Eby. The Premier, as always, gives me good advice, and he reminded me, of course, we are to welcome the elder first. My mother would be horrified that I didn't think of the elder. I would like to welcome Elder Fernanda Pear, I believe it is. Pere? Yes, apologies, Chief Nicole. Elder Pere. She hasn't made it in yet. Oh, at the doors, waiting to be let in. We've got to throw the doors of this house open to the elder. That's the whole point of treaty. You know, make sure this is clear. You are welcome here. This is your house. This is all of our collective house if we do this work together. So I guess that's the part where I do some soft shoe or, anyways, I'm not sure if the will of the room, if we have somebody collecting Elder Pere, we're good to move to the Premier and then we will come back. I see that. Okay, so I was right in the end. Welcome, Premier.
Well, hello, everybody. Congratulations. What an amazing and historic day. 30-year journey that is not quite done yet, but is one significant step closer to conclusion, addressing an historic injustice, but also opening doors to future opportunities that are going to benefit not just the Comox First Nation, but the entire community and the entire province of British Columbia. I would like to note that this province that we live in was one that was settled largely without treaty. There are some historic treaties, certainly, but for the most part, it was settled without treaty. And it wasn't until the Niska Treaty, when there was some recognition that could change, that we could work together and find a path forward of recognition of Indigenous rights and title in a formal way by provincial, federal, and local governments. Ultimately, this work that we've done together reflects a choice. It reflects a choice between conflict and refusal to recognize rights and the choice to cooperate, to sit down and find a path forward together. There are those that would have us walk away from trying to find this path of cooperation, but we will continue as a government to prioritize that work with our Indigenous partners across the province. Because when we do this work, we know that there's so many benefits for First Nations communities themselves. Self-governance, ownership of land and resources, being able to provide opportunities that previous generations were denied, and well into the future. For the larger community, stability, predictability, certainty in terms of the relationship and how we are moving forward together. In that context, I am incredibly honored to be the Premier after 30 years of negotiation and work with Comox First Nation, to be able to announce a major milestone with you here today. We will be introducing provincial treaty implementation legislation today in the provincial legislature, the Comox Treaty Act. This is the first step in the provincial government's recognition and ratification of the Comox Treaty. If it is ratified by both the provincial and the federal government, the treaty will do a number of crucial things. It will ensure the rights of the Comox people are recognized, not extinguished. It will lay out negotiated approaches to self-governance. It will confirm 3,460 hectares of land to be owned and governed by Comox, with the ability to add up to 1,592 more hectares of pre-approved land over time. It will address existing interests and tenures in the proposed treaty lands. It will commit Comox and British Columbia to work together to manage the watersheds for the benefit of future generations. And it creates opportunities for co-management of resources in the Comox Treaty lands. It provides the basis for a new relationship between Comox and all levels of government. This has been a long time coming. We are fortunate to be here to bear witness to this historic day for the Comox people and everyone who has worked so hard to get here. There are still more steps to take. We're not quite at the finish line yet, but this is a very significant milestone. Like healthy communities, new investments in prosperity, services that make life easier, and sustainable land, water, and resource stewardship, all enabled by this agreement. Modern treaties create these predictable relationships. And I am so excited to enter into this new phase of the provincial government's relationship with the Comox people. And I wish you the best of luck as well with the federal government. But let's celebrate this historic day for British Columbia today. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Premier. It gives me great pleasure now to welcome Chief Councillor, elected Chief Councillor of the Comox First Nation, Chief Nicole Rempel. Please.
Thank you. I want to acknowledge first the territory of the Songhees and Esquimalt people, the Lekwungen-speaking groups here in Victoria. I want to thank you for the opportunity to stand before you today and witness this important moment together. Today marks a historic milestone for Comox First Nation and British Columbia. The introduction of the Comox Treaty Act represents more than 3 decades of work carried forward by many hands, many voices, and many leaders across generations. I want to acknowledge all those who walked this path before us, the leaders who first had the courage and vision to begin this journey more than 30 years ago, and those who followed, who stayed committed through challenges and changes and long negotiations. Their persistence and perseverance and the support of our treaty team and our membership has brought us to this day. I also want to recognize our treaty partners and those all across governments and communities who contributed to this process in good faith. This has always been about working together. We are confident in this agreement and the integrity of the process that has brought us here today, and we also recognize that this work continues. We remain committed to respectfully working together with our treaty partners, BC and Canada, and our neighbouring nations as we move into this next phase. Today is not the end of the journey, it's a meaningful step forward and an important step in implementation and toward a future where our nation can fully realize its potential. In the beginning, it is the beginning of a new chapter in our history, one focused on delivering results, on strengthening partnerships, and on realizing the full promise of what we have built here together. We see the opportunity to deepen relationships with our neighbours, with local governments, with industry, and with all who share in this place. A future where we move forward together with clarity, respect, and shared purpose. For Comox, this moment carries hope. Hope that began with our past leaders who believed that a better future was possible, and hope that lives on today in our people, in our children, and in the generations yet to come. Let us move forward together with purpose, with certainty, and with a shared commitment in the future that we are building. Imut Gaelic Hasla, thank you.
Kila Kesla. So, thank you to all the speakers. I do want to acknowledge, is that Elder Pere? Would you like to come do a brief prayer? We'd love to welcome you. We've all been excited for coming. Please welcome Elder Pere.
I just went up a flight of stairs and got Ubered over here from the hotel and well, good morning. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Gelakasla nugu nagega kayutla komox. I'd just like to say I'm out of breath. I apologize.
Take a moment. It's okay.
A prayer of just peace and understanding and for all of us as human beings. O ike gigame. Gelakasla gachim gasum. Gelakasla kohtanala. Opment hoathla. Kuskayus igalatsi. Gelakasla emot. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for helping ground us where we should be. I really appreciate that. So in just a few moments, I will have the great honor of introducing the provincial treaty implementation legislation, the Comox Treaty Act 2026, just a few steps down that way in the BC legislature. And it's, of course, the first step in the provincial governments is in our ratification. And then there are several steps left, of course, for all parties before ratification is complete. Lots more discussion, lots more work together. Of course, the signing of the treaty, consultation and work with neighboring First Nations, very important work. And then the introduction and passage of federal implementation legislation as well. By doing this, we take off the yoke of the Indian Act. By doing this, we embrace the true sovereignty, the true leadership and opportunity the Comox people have told us that we need to recognize and work with and acknowledge for many, many, many decades. It's truly exciting because I know when those shackles are off and when we live in true respect and responsibility towards each other, we all live better lives. And I know this will lead to better prosperity, togetherness, and I'm so excited for the Comox Valley, for the island, but indeed for all of us British Columbians, because this is living in good ways together. And I think hopefully inspires more of us to enter into this journey of reconciliation, treaty, and other arrangements to find that pathway together. So that leads to that bright future we all want, both today and onwards. So to mark this milestone, I would now like to ask the parties from BC and Comox to proceed with a gift exchange. So this is the part where I think I've got a thumbs up for, are we good to go? All right. Well, on the BC part, this is a signed treaty, a signed front page of Bill 20, the Comox Treaty Act. We got some work to do ahead of us in the next couple of weeks to make sure that this is as good as it looks. And I would like to present this to Chief Rempel. I'll give this to the Premier. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining together in this way. I am looking forward to the next moments. The proceedings and the provincial introduction of the treaty implementation legislation will start at approximately 1:30 p.m. If you have a seat, I would encourage you to make your way there now. If you do not, of course, we will be live streaming as well in the Ned de Beck, just up the stairs over there as well. So what a good start. What a good day. Let's make even more good days together. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.